This game is just so incredibly bad. I have now played 12 solid hours of Skull and Bones, including completing bounties, hunting fantastical beasts, upgrading my ship. I've done pretty much everything in this game, and I can genuinely say I kinda hate it, but I want to explain why. Hi, I'm DreamcastGuy. If you enjoy this video, be sure to give it a like and subscribe if you haven't already. So, what the heck is this? I feel like the best pirate games are not typically about just sailing the open ocean. In this game, we're playing as a pirate who's just been sunk. The British Navy has crashed our ship, and so we've decided to unite the remaining shards of crew to begin a new pirate expedition. In this game, you get a chance to customize your own vessel. You have your own custom character, even though your character doesn't really do anything. And now you're trying to build up your reputation. By accomplishing tasks across the Indian Ocean, you're going to make a name for yourself and find a bunch of ancient pirate treasure. The problem is the fact that this game, it's never exciting. It's never fun. I sat down for 12 hours yesterday, and I had about 30 minutes of actual excitement. So in this, I feel like it completely highlights that the best pirate games are not about just cruising across the ocean. It's about other stuff. If you're playing Sea of Thieves, it's about, hanging out with your friends on a boat. If you're playing something like Monkey Island, you're a pirate, but it's about the jokes, it's about the fun, it's about the puzzles. Or even something like Assassin's Creed Black Flag, that's a game that's about being an assassin. Skull and Bones is a spin-off project that originally was based on Assassin's Creed 4, but here we are after a decade of development, and this has got to be one of the most bizarre Ubisoft projects. You can tell just by looking at the screen. There's 8 billion different quest markers and XP bars. Your character levels up, but your ship levels up, but also particular pieces of your ship level up. The entire game is just an RPG mess. God, I'm actually just so disappointed because I kept expecting this game might surprise me. The CEO of Ubisoft, Yves Guillemot, said this game is a quadruple A project. He said this is better than any other AAA game, and yet it's not good at all. So let's actually just rewind a bit. What do you do in this game? You sail around, obviously, right? But the whole point is to accomplish tasks. Now, these can actually be pretty interesting because the very best part of this game is the fact that they give you just such a wide variety of quests to do. This could be stuff like trying to turn 2 different factions against each other, raiding enemy forts, plundering people, or even just trying to kill particular vessels that have extra good booty. I think they definitely sat down and tried to make this game as good as possible. It's the core concept that completely falls apart. This is an MMORPG. The whole point of this game is to be a huge online world with millions of other pirates, but the problem is that who's going to want to grind a ship? This game is incredibly grindy. It requires repeating crafting, hunting supplies, trying to sink vessels to get treasure maps, to get a blueprint, to get a slightly better cannon. A lot of MMORPGs, they focus on the loot grind. That's kind of how these games work, right? To keep you logging in, to keep you looking at the battle pass, to keep you tempted to buy the microtransactions. The purpose is to go, hey, how much can we stretch out the gameplay? The problem is that in Skull and Bones, they have stretched out the gameplay to a painful degree. Your character levels up by doing tasks, which unlocks better vessels, which then need to be crafted. And every time you sink, you drop all your crafting materials if you didn't properly store them. Oh, you got a bunch of rare wood planks? Okay, slowly sail back to port. Now refine those into properly treated wood. Now take them to the blacksmith. Now turn that into a ship. Now go back out and sail some more. That way you can get ammunition, because you need cannonballs, which are very finite, to go and actually get in more battles. I'm not saying this game is just completely unsalvageable, but I must admit that for about 90% of my entire time with this game, I was just confused as to why they kept slowing down the fun itself. The combat can be exciting. The entire game is just ship battles, and you can customize your ship's style of fighting to a pretty good degree. You can have a rammer, which is a ship with a metal tip, so you can crash into other ships and try and sink them. You can put long-range weaponry or more short-range weaponry, stuff that's practically a freaking primitive shotgun that can help sink other ships, or get more stuff like mortar launchers to hit people from very far away. You can put different styles of armor. Like, the ship combat is interesting. The problem is that it is incredibly basic. This is it. Like, I'm editing in tons and tons of ship combat, and it probably looks the same, other than the fact that I'm in different vessels. Every fight is just ram the enemy, try and shoot them, and then board them if they're close. You can actually jump on their boat and then basically take a bunch of their loot for an extra big payout. You never get a chance to actually leave your boat. Like, if you go to particular spots on the map, like little fast travel areas, there's like little social safety zones. All you do, though, is buy upgrades, equip upgrades, or sometimes do a treasure map. Like, I must say, more than anything else, I'm just curious what the point of this is. This game clearly cost hundreds of millions of dollars. There's even rumors about the fact that they tried to cancel this, but they spent so much money, the Singaporean government actually sued them and said you can't cancel the game, so they were forced to release it. After a decade in development, I expected some depth. I guess the whole point of this game is to sail around and level up and see cool sights, but nothing in it is ever exciting. I mean, even when I'm out there trying to take down bounties, or I'm fighting a big vessel that's got tons of loot on it and stuff, none of it ever feels cool because it's just about the grind. I will say that there was these couple very random times when sheer brilliance kind of shines through, when suddenly the game manages to do everything right from a social aspect. I think that when I was having my rare times of fun in this is when I encountered other players in random events. It was cool when I was trying to like hunt a bounty or something and another player was doing the same task. It was cool when some other player was actually there trying to sink the same ship or attack the same fort. There's actually cannonballs that can heal other ships, or you can actually just team up and pick a target. These are the moments where you can definitely see that this is what they were going for, is that exciting thrill of being a pirate together against the evil British Navy, or all these different factions. Each of the different groups we hunt, each of the different quests we take down, they're just so basic. Nothing in this game ever feels fleshed out. Even when I'm actually getting that next crazy upgrade, even when I build a completely new ship, even when I discover a totally new area, or I find some random treasure map in a blown out ship offshore, none of it ever feels good, and I feel like that is the biggest condemnation of it. An MMORPG needs to be fun first. That way you will want to play with other people. This is just a microtransaction machine. I am 100% on that. 99% of your ship is just covered in crazy cosmetics that look like they're from freaking Spirit Halloween, lanterns and torches and goofy plastic skeletons. Skull and Bones, you could have been great. You could have actually been a pirate MMO, and instead, honestly, I can't recommend it whatsoever. Go play Sea of Thieves. Go play Assassin's Creed Black Flag Remastered. Ubisoft, this is a very strange and very expensive L. But these have just been my thoughts. Have you had a chance to play Skull and Bones? Tell me your thoughts in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And please keep dreaming. You know, they actually sent me a couple codes for this. If this video gets 5,000 likes, the day it hits 5,000 likes, I'm actually going to go over to Twitter and tweet out a code, or I'll do some sort of giveaway for one of my extra codes on Twitter. But man, Ubisoft, this game's probably a 4 out of 10, which is just so bizarre. Thanks so much for watching that video. If you want to see something else, you can always click this link to see what I put up last, or, you know, subscribe and see what's coming up next. Also, I promise that whatever I do, it'll try not to suck.